Hey YouTube, welcome back. Just a quick little video game review. This is a newer game. This is called Expeditions, a mudrunner game. And this game is a little bit different than your average driving game. This one is you basically do these little missions on the map. And you can see up in this area here, there's a destination, a marker point that I got to get to. And there's all kinds of little gadgets you can use. This here's a drone. You can kind of gauge your path, what direction you want to go, and you got to kind of manage your fuel resources and try not to damage your truck. And of course, there's a lot of mud, a lot of water that's difficult to cross, rock faces you got to climb to get to where you got to go. And it's actually a pretty relaxing game. Now, this is not no means a racing game. This is literally just a fun kind of mud crawl, rock climbing kind of deal. And it's just a very fun, relaxing game, and there's a lot of, exploration involved. And this might not be fun to some people that want the fast-paced, racing kind of thing. And as of right now, there's no, there's no other players that you're going to encounter in the game. It's basically a solo game. But just a quick little review. Things I like about it and things I don't like about it. One of the things I really like about it is the nature of it. This is literally just a fun crawl through the mud, drive outdoors, kind of just have fun with an off-road vehicle where it's not a race. You're not up against a timer. You're not up against other players. You're not trying to get first place. So it's not stressful at all. It's very simple to play, very easy. It's just a lot of fun. You can see I've already beat the living crap out of my truck, and that's kind of fun too, is it actually shows damage on your vehicle. Like, I've dragged this thing through the water, the mud, and up rock faces and everything else. And it's nice to see that it shows damage and it doesn't just kind of repair itself. The other thing I like about it is your missions where you got to go are usually so far away that you really do got to plan your resources, like your fuel, and you got to make sure you're not damaging your vehicle too much. I mean, you can carry supplies that can fix your vehicle. You can carry extra cans of fuel, which really helps. You got a winch you can use to pull yourself out of rough spots. Sorry, coffee. So you do got things that you can use that will help you on your way. There are some things I don't like about the game, though. And granted, it's a fairly new game. It just came out, I think, just honestly a few weeks ago. So there's not really much other than the base content to go off from. But there's plenty of places to explore. There's 3 maps so far that you can go to that have tons of missions. And the maps are really huge. So I'm going to bring up the size of this. Is just one map. And this is more of a one piece of one map. So this is all based in Arizona, this one is. And this is just one section. And as you can see, I've been a fair amount around in this map already, but there's still a ton of places that I have yet to even explore yet. There's lots of places to find. There's lots of places to roam. Now, some of the things I don't like about the game, however, it seems like even the smallest thing, like you can see down here, this little rotten tree branch. If I run into that, my truck's basically just stuck. It's like, you can't push that out of the way. You can't drive over it. Come on. Little things like little rocks. Your truck will climb up on a rock and it'll just sit there and spin. It's not going anywhere. So the physics still need a little tweaking before they have it right. But then again, you don't want it to be super easy and just fly through everything. You want to kind of play the game the way it's meant to be played, and you kind of gauge your best path around. It's kind of like a puzzle game in a way. You got to kind of gauge your best route and hope for the best. Some of the water areas, like this one here, I get would be extremely deep, and you'd pretty much just lose your vehicle. So I understand that, but there's usually like this little puddle area. You would think, I could probably just cruise right through there and kind of skirt around. No, that's deep as hell, and it's kind of unrealistic how deep that is. So there's that I don't really care for. The selection of vehicles is actually pretty small compared to the first mudrunner game and the SnowRunner game that came out after. They had lots of vehicles to play with. This one, they kind of cut your vehicle content down, but gave you really large size maps, which I'm okay with that trade, but the lack of vehicles is kind of bad. There's only a handful of vehicles, and what vehicles they do have that you could purchase with in-game money, by the way, not not money, are kind of few and far between, and some of them are basically just upgraded versions of the ones that they offer you from the start. The truck I'm using right now is actually a mod truck. Someone actually modded it and put it in the game. So that's one thing I also want to say that I really love about this game is they really do give players like a chance to mod, mod vehicles and maps and stuff in the game. So I really appreciate that, because that shows like, yeah, here's the base game that we came out. Let's see what you guys can do with it. So it's kind of cool to add that kind of feature, kind of like Fallout and Skyrim allows players to upload mods just to keep the game rolling, which I agree with. I think most games should have that. What else don't I like about the game? Some of the missions will have your objectives really far apart. Like this objective here, I just picked up from here. The next objective is here, which is pretty close. They got one all the way over here. So the only way to get to this one, I'm either going to have to go all the way back and around, or hope that there's a way up here that I can cut across the lake and get there. If I wasn't using a modded truck, there would be no goddamn way for me to accomplish this. And when you go back to the base so you can recover your vehicle, you lose all your progress on your mission. I think that's ridiculous. They need to fix that, because how are you supposed to do it with a base vehicle? It's kind of like pushing you to grab a mod vehicle that doesn't use a lot of fuel and is, pretty durable when it comes to damage. I think this is supposed to be a Toyota pickup truck, like a Toyota Helix, and they are known for being unrealistically durable, but this modded vehicle actually doesn't take a whole lot of damage and doesn't use a lot of fuel. So that's the way I'm able to accomplish the goal that I'm currently on, the objective I'm on. What else do I like? This is a very small soundtrack, but without the music playing, it can get rather boring, because it's just you, your truck, and outdoors. There's nothing really else going on. There's no critters roaming around, although you can hear like birds in the background, stuff like that. You never really see them. There's no other players roaming around that you can help out or encounter or whatever. There's not really much going on in the world, but then again, it's a newer game, and I'm hoping that they're going to continually upgrade and update the game to kind of make it a really, really fun game to play, because the potential behind this game is huge. Like, they can add so much to this game and continue improving it to make it a really fun game. Well, that's about it. Just a quick little game review on Expeditions Mudrunner here. It's actually a lot of fun, and it's definitely worth checking out. I've been having a blast with it so far, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more content coming. I hope so, because if not, it's going to be a damn shame and a huge waste. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next one. You guys have a great day. Peace.